I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Already up.
Don't know
I
it
am.
all.
Oh,
I don't know it all.
I'm over it. How you doing?
I'm doing.
Okay. I mean,
I've had
this
a
was.
hellish week. My week
I
has
know.
not been.
Yeah. So how's the family doing? How's everybody holding up?
My oldest child is not okay.
Okay.
Um, my mom, has been supportive. She's stressed out, of course.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle, of course, is devastated. And I'm really concerned about him and my son. Um, you know, more so because that this is a hard one. This is a tough one. My sister said to me today, Donald Trump is still alive, and my auntie is not. This don't make
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
So
It does
it
make sense.
is like it's some pure evil people that I know that could have gone. I would have been okay.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not been this week hasn't been the greatest. We'll get through it. I know. And then at some point I need to go visit minor med because I believe my elbow might be injured from the incident that happened on the parking lots of Walmart on Ebbs Presley. So yeah, I
Go to
just
the chiropractor. Actually go to the chiropractor.
okay.
Find a chiropractor. And what they'll be able to do because I bet it's jammed, and they'll be able to put it back in place so you won't have that soreness.
Okay. I hope so. Anybody got some specials? Cause anybody got some specials.
You got
Uh
insurance, right? Because they'll do your copay. They'll do a copay.
yeah, we'll talk about that offline. Look,
Okay. Well, let's move along. Let's move along. Listen, we're on day 40 of this
this
marriage.
is almost over. This is what I'm lamenting in. It's almost over.
I don't know if I'm there. I honestly don't. I'm at the don't care stage of this. Like, I'm not even in relationship with these people, but I am over these relationships. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Um, it's day 40. There are a lot of weird expectations that have come along. Of course, the one that everyone seems to, so we know Chris and Paige is out the picture. Great, because we don't need to focus on them at
We
this point.
don't. I'm tired. I was sick of that. It was, but let me say this: they are going to show up again. I don't know why
Right.
they're at decision day, but
I don't
they
either.
have to be at this. That didn't make sense to
Why?
me.
I know why. Remember, Paige said she'd like to ask him some questions on decision day. That's what she said because she
This is
wanted some.
my thing. You have all the answers you need. I
Mm-mm,
don't care to see y'all at decision day. I
mm-mm.
literally don't care to see this.
I think
You
the problem with what is the girl name? Her is she needs the closure. She's one of those people that has to have. She needs the whys, and I'd like to say to people who are like her, sometimes, just like how we always say, sometimes, prepare yourself for the apology you may never get.
yeah,
She
because the
needs to
man
be
is
able,
not going to apologize.
right, and she reminds me of people like that are seeking an apology from people who are not remorseful. And so she's looking for answers where there are none. Baby, he just an asshole. There's just, I mean, there's no
One thing,
biblical
period.
context behind it.
Not
Just an
God
asshole, baby.
told you something. God told you something when the man told you he was freaking out because he's not attracted to you. That was
Yeah,
day two.
yeah,
Hey, God told you then what was going to happen and what was going to take place. You didn't
yeah.
listen, sis. You didn't listen. So
And
I don't care to see them. But I mean I
and
know
that we're not seeing them in this episode, and I guess we're not going to see them in the next episode as well. So
right.
I'm happy for that.
I'm
Um,
I'm grateful.
So now we're looking at the last four remaining couples. Honestly, they could stop filming Jacob and Haley too. I'd be okay with them just focusing on the three. Um, but here we are. Um, just want to give you an overall synopsis because we're not going by no list today. I got my notes. I mean, my notes are very angry. I got like I don't know if you can read
You
the
got notes
heat.
all over the place. Why you got notes up here and notes down there?
I'm like, these are my notes today. Like everything is in all caps. You know, it started real nice, and then you can tell when I get angry because my notes go from being like, really neat to where is it? It says he is full of shit.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm like, I'm so tired of him. Um, I'm tired of Eric. I'm sick of Eric. I'm tired of Eric. I'm tired of the rhetoric. I'm tired of people caping for him. People saying that, Virginia she just is drunk. She just this and that. Eric is a controlling asshole. It like this is the season of the assholes.
Yeah. That's what
And
they
it
need to name it.
just men. They are all assholes. Like it's a lot of them this season. Um, I'm sick of the Eric and Virginia thing. I hope my hope for Virginia, I pretty much feel like she's not going to walk away on decision day. But my hope for Virginia is to walk away after decision day. That's my hope for Virginia.
Yeah. I feel like Virginia needs some. She needs counseling because she has a
Mm-hmm.
lot of issues that
She,
she needs to address. And then her issues coupled with Eric's incessant need to be in control
mm-hmm.
is what's going to be their downfall. So if
Yeah.
they make it past decision day, but don't make it in the future, that is going to be why. She's young,
Yep.
so I get it. I get the need to kind of still want to be out and about and
Mm-hmm.
party or hang out with your friends or whatever. Um, I was personally over the club after college. Uh, I did my thing. I clubbed, and hung out, and house party, Caribbean party, this party, that
Mm-hmm.
party. I put on parties for the university. My,
Yeah.
I was all clubbed out, baby. By then,
Yeah.
so if I went to a club, it was on the red plate. Plus, I was new mama, just
Yeah.
graduated from school too.
Mm-hmm.
So if I went to a club, I would have fun or do whatever whenever I was in there. But I wasn't in the club I wasn't going here and there and everywhere. Now, if you take me to go get something to eat and some drinks, I'm all for it. I do a brunch, but
Yep.
it's the partying at that point. And I don't know if because I had a child, maybe if I didn't have my child, it wouldn't have been that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have kids. She hasn't had to have any real responsibility. So y'all have a big age gap. Once you start to get in your 30s, some people, not all, you start being more career minded. Yeah, some people. I'm not gonna say yeah. You start being a little bit more career minded. You're grounded a little bit more. You trying to look at some different things. It's a difference than being in your 20s. And I know she's 26, but when I was 26, I was not, yeah, I went out in the club, but I was also not perfect. I didn't have all my stuff together at that age. So
No.
it's for people to expect. This is the other thing that bothers me about these groups. You expect people to turn it on and turn it off. You expect them to turn on automatically. Oh, you signed up to get married. You're in a marriage. So you need to start acting like you're in a marriage. They skipped the dating portion of this, so they haven't had the opportunity to be comfortable enough, to be secure enough to open up and say, hey, you know uh let I'm fully committed to you. Although you are committed on paper, you haven't
Right.
had time to get in the swing of commitment. You haven't had. A
Right.
lot of times people date for a number of years. They get engaged, they go through an engagement, and then they get married. Um, that's not the route that they took
No, it's
at
not.
all.
Let me add to that though. Let me say this because people the thing and I hate first of all, you know I hate memes and shit that I always want to tell folk. I'm like the most unattached people always get these dating and marriage rules. Even when you have known somebody forever, there
Right.
is definitely a difference between dating, being together, being in a committed relationship. There's a difference between living together and living together with a spouse. It's a difference. Trust me when I say it. It takes time for you to figure out your rhythm as a married couple when you've known each other.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes time. You got to figure out what your dynamic is going to be. You know, yes, I've known you, and yes, we're in the puppy dog stage. Everything is great. We got stars in our eyes, the butterflies in our tummy, and everything. But when that shit wear off, you still got to figure out what is this going to look like, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 5 years. It takes time. It takes time. That's why they call it the honeymoon phase, because most people are like, they're in love, they're not bothered by stuff. But then when life kicks in, now you got to figure that out. You got to navigate that. And
Yeah.
so the fact that we don't give grace to these people, and I say a lot of times, if you didn't know what you were signing up for, a lot of these people are not signing up for marriage. They're looking for relationships, but not necessarily marriages, because some of the things that they come up with that are deal breakers, I'm like, y'all could not, you couldn't survive an actual, real, let me get going type
Marriage.
of marriage, because
Yeah.
a whole lot of stuff you say, and you might say in the beginning, like, I want to be doing that. And 10 years down the line, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. It happens.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing is, and I think they did um, Virginia a great disservice by having someone like Eric, who has been married before and refuses to admit that he possibly could have been the problem, the reason why he's divorced.
Not possibly. He was the problem. Like, let's
I'm
not.
trying to be
No.
dramatic.
You really trying to be, but I'm really gonna tell it like it is. He has have been the problem in the last marriage. And the other lady was like, "What I'm not gonna do is this." She put up with it for 6 years, and she said, "You know what? No, I ain't gonna do it."
Mhm.
So
Not
here's my thing, Eric. I need you to take some self reflection. I need
yes.
you to say, you know what? Maybe the last time it was me. It was me. And I
You
don't
know,
understand why he wants this girl to be cooped up in the house if he's gone on a trip. I
that's the
don't
other
understand
thing
it
that
at all.
bothers.
It just doesn't make sense. Now, let me say this. I agree with her making time for him because y'all are married. I do believe that you need to make time. I do not
Mhm.
believe that you cut everybody off.
Don't believe in that.
I don't believe that at all. I've seen marriages work. Okay, I've seen them work, and they still
Right.
got their friends. They still have their people. I don't agree with folk completely cutting their people off,
Mhm.
unless it's somebody that don't need to be in your mix. That's a totally different,
And
discussion.
that was a thing that probably came before the marriage. There probably something
Yeah,
that you've kind of been
yeah,
on the anyway, but it
yeah.
was due to the marriage.
Right. But I shouldn't have to cut my friend. And you met my friends, and you said you was cool with the friends. Now that you met them, now you want to go back on your work. Now let me say this: I don't think she need to be sleeping over her guy friend's house. I don't agree with that. And that's just me personally. I don't think
Now
it's. I think
I
that's
hear
just me.
I hear you.
I'm not finna. If I'm married, I'm not sleeping. Now, if it's my let me back up. Let me say this. If it is my best friend who has a
Mhm.
whole wife,
Mhm.
I will be act and I too drunk to get to the house.
Yeah.
That's why I have to tell people. Listen, I have a guy best friend.
Mhm.
That's my homie since the age of 15. That's been my road dog. Okay,
Right.
so if he was still here in Memphis and his wife and they were like, you ain't driving home because he's not gonna let me do that. Hey, go to your room. Okay. Hey, babe. Kevin said I had to go to my room because guess what? I'm drunk and I can't
Right.
make it home. So you
But
ain't with me to drive me home. You got to understand it's like a package deal. It's a deal thing.
mhm.
However, If it's just, the homies that might have smashed or whatever the situation's looking like, I kind of see the hesitation because you are married. Again, I'm not saying cut your friends off. I'm just saying, hey, it might not be a good idea to sleep on this dude couch. That's just my thought process behind it. That's it.
Yeah, but let me come back and say this, because I think that a lot of times he is getting it twisted that that's something that she do now. The
Right,
fact she's telling you what she did in the past. She didn't say
right,
I'm gonna do it now. And I
right,
think that's the problem that she's having with him, is she's being open and honest and saying, hey, these are the people I've been kicking it with, partying with. If we get too drunk, we just hang out, we go to sleep on each other's couch and
right,
everything.
right,
And what you do. Like, I definitely would not be, I'm not the same person that I was in my
right,
20s that I am in my 40s.
right.
And yeah, college, everybody used to hang out at everybody's house. Everybody used to end up sleep on the floor somewhere till morning because it was the safest thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, especially you don't want to send people out at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I said, well, so what if she just went to sleep? And this was my scenario, and I wish I
Right,
could have sent it to Eric's ass. What if
right.
she's hanging out with her friends and they all realize they had a little bit too much to drink? Does she then just wait it out and wait till she's sober up and then drive home?
No, sometimes you gotta
You get
sleep
what I'm
that stuff
saying? So
out.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
what would be the thing? Because then you're gonna send her home in a lift knowing that, that may not be a good idea at 3 o'clock in the morning. And
No, it ain't.
when you hang out with your friends and everything, people come up with these. And another thing, folks coming up with these curfews and stuff. You grown ass people. You don't need a curfew.
You need no curfew.
When it's time to go home. When the party over, you go home. That's how it works.
Right.
When you hang with your friends and things like that, especially people you've been friends with prior to meeting this virtual, he's virtually a stranger still.
Yeah.
Um, I feel her when she's like, she doesn't want too many of her norms to change because she feels like she's changing for him, but he's not doing very much
No,
to
he
make
ain't doing nothing for her. I agree
right.
with that.
He's very judgmental. And like I said, what I've been noticing about Virginia is that she makes the necessary changes when he keeps talking about it. One thing she's not giving up though is her friend. And
Yeah.
and that's the thing that's bothering him, because even when they had that discussion, she was like, every time we have a discussion, if you disagree, you always say, well, that's just how it is. And and that was something I was telling y'all,
Or or
that
you can get out.
or you can get out. There's always an ultimatum added
Yeah.
to whatever he says. And so I'm like, I wouldn't feel comfortable enough to let go of my friend base either, because I see where this is headed.
Right.
I would want to hang with, you
Yeah.
know, I wouldn't want to let my friends go when I see that your behavior and your parenting style, because I feel like he's trying to be her parent. Your
You trying to
parenting
be the
style
daddy.
is to constantly tell me that there's a problem, or I have a problem and you don't, or stuff just because you're older. I'm like, that just doesn't work. It doesn't
And,
translate very well when people
and let
do
me
that.
say this. I might be jumping ahead, but it showed me a pattern. He has a
Mm-hmm.
brother, and the sister-in-law said, "Now, hey, girl." He had the sister-in-law sat down with Virginia to have
Mm-hmm.
they had a conversation or whatever, and she was saying that his brother was the same way. And so
Right.
I feel like their dad did this to their mom. And so they
Of
think that
course.
this is the right way to
To
behave in a
do
marriage. They were married for 100 years, so we're going to be
right.
married for 100 years, but we got to do it like daddy did it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You have
Like,
to do it exactly that way, or
it's a
it's
pattern. Yeah, it's a pattern, and it seems very generational curses to me. Uh,
very,
it really
very.
does. It really does. Um, so I just don't. I just can't get. I can't get with Eric. I just can't. He just again
I
Scott
can't
Peterson.
let nobody say that it's okay to let him continue to talk to her like that. Virginia has her own set of issues. We know this. We
Yeah,
understand. But Virginia is looking for stability within a marriage, which is why
Let me
She
say this though. Dr. Pepper has said, "Well, can you not say that?" Because remember last week when she
mm,
told him how to approach the situation, he went and did the total opposite of what Dr. Pepper told him to do. I think this week she gave him some directive, and he, as soon as she left, that nigga
mm,
jumped ship. Like I don't.
did whatever he wanted to do
Yeah. So
because
he's
Eric
been,
don't think that he wrong.
yeah, he's been reprimanded by Dr. Pepper. And she's like,
Yeah,
so, because he came in there trying to play this, oh, everything's fine, everything is perfect. She's like, no, really, it ain't.
right.
Because according to my notes that I've been taking, you've been doing A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And he was
Right.
just looking like, during headlights. Like, and then she said, well, why don't you have this conversation with her? Do you understand why she feels this way? She's opened up to, I mean, she breaking all the stuff down to him, and it's like he doesn't get it.
He
It's
doesn't care
annoying.
because it's the thing of I know more than you do. I've been married before. I'm like, it didn't work.
It
And
talks.
so,
You bastard.
you know, you've been on here for what, 90 seconds? 90 whole seconds. What we gonna do with you today?
Oh,
Hello?
God.
Y'all hear me? Hey, Tasha.
What happened?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Hey, yeah, we can.
Yay. If it could go wrong, it went wrong. What we talking about? We're talking about Eric's old regular ass.
I'm talking about Eric.
Because y'all, like I told y'all, these last few episodes been all over the place. And no point in writing them down because it's just been stupid. I got notes. They're angry notes. Last week was 12 pages of notes. That's how good it was.
It was. Ooh.
This
Ooh.
week, I just got all caps on everything. I don't know. It got me out of the place. I'm tired. I'm irritated. We're talking about the fact that Eric keeps trying to drive. Eric's more worried about this Virginia hanging out with her friends than Virginia is worried about what hanging out with her friends. The other thing we were just talking about was she was at, we were talking about her spending the night with things like that. I'm like, obviously, y'all have never been to college. Y'all have never done nothing with a whole group of people. And you just end up out of town. Like, remember, one of y'all was in the family. Anyway, we'd be at band trip out of town. It'd be 45,000 people in one room. Sleep. Because we just act like little puppies. Puppy pile.
Oh,
Sometimes
undergrad. It takes us. It's supposed to take us 3 hours to get from Jackson to New Orleans. Took us about an hour and a half. We get down there. Let us have a game in New Orleans, or let us just want to go to New Orleans just because. We get one hotel room because guess what? That's all we could afford for about $20 a piece. And we all look. Somebody get on the couch. We got twin beds. We gonna do it. We did that. We piled up on each other in the hotel rooms and stuff. I
yeah.
mean,
I
come
think that's
on,
just
man.
the lifestyle you kind of lean into. But I just keep saying he keeps talking about this, but she's never said that she's going to go do that again.
Yeah,
And the other thing is the fact that he thinks that he's the only person that knows what marriage is and what it looks like.
you got whole experts that have been married probably for years. Cal and Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, like she been married for 100 years. Listen.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Since the Carter administration. Like, man,
So
sir,
I
listen
just
to people. They trying to tell you how to make it past these few little days y'all talking about. This cute little days y'all been married.
right. It's crazy.
I'm like, y'all have to stop this stuff. The other thing that Virginia was having a big problem with is she was saying that how she reaches out to his family. Um, she talks to mom, she talks to sis, she talks to all these people, and he's not connecting with her family. She doesn't feel like he's putting in the effort. And I don't know where I read this, but somebody was like, she just need to stop that. And I'm like, no, that's a real thing. If I'm reaching out to your family trying to merge myself in with
Right.
your family, then why you can't do the same with my family? But
Yeah.
of course, y'all know I think Eric think he better than Virginia and her family.
And her family, I think so too, because I think she shared a lot with him, and I
Yeah.
think he feels like my family would never. I did not like her dad. I felt like her dad could have had her back a little bit. Her
A little
dad was
bit.
like, "We ain't mad at you at all." No, that's not what
No.
he kind of played it off like Virginia was being dramatic. And I was
Her
like,
daddy know that she is married to Jeffrey Dahmer, and he trying to save the rest of the family.
No.
"What you
Okay.
say?
I'll give you that. But remember
What
when
you
he said
say? Somebody got a
he
man to tell the story."
had the same mindset about things and political views. He done put the baby up as a sacrificial lamb. I can't believe.
She silence of the lamb, put the lotion in the basket, Clary.
I should have just not clicked on your picture today.
I didn't get to act up last week. I got to come
You did
this
not.
Gotta get it all in today.
You were greatly missed.
Like I got
I
2 weeks
through
worth.
doing hair. That's why I'm late today. I had a head. So the head is gone. It's time for me to turn up.
Lord God.
Sick of
Um,
you.
yeah, I didn't like that. I feel like if my child on national TV, I'm gonna have their back.
I mean, be like Chris mama. Chris can't do
Or
no wrong.
Haley's mama.
Be like
Mama
Haley
is
child.
always that Chris Mama don't never know what's going on, y'all. Now, come on, we can't give it to Chris Mama. We can't
Chris
no
mama, what?
can't do
She's such a beautiful lady.
She was like this.
What?
right there.
You
Well,
what?
no, I liked her. She's a good girl. But oh,
Oh,
I know when you
work.
get this idea in your head, it's just not gonna go good for nobody.
Boy,
You good? God.
you sound like a runaway slave girl.
What she sound like? Yes, ain't gonna like us talking together. Better get on over there on that side of the field now. What
You better
Oh
go
my
and tell
God.
your pa, cause I know you just like your daddy. That's how your pa used to treat me.
make them like she don't
Child.
So I'm in the
understand.
foolishness right now. Okay, all right. I missed y'all. I really did. I missed y'all.
Listen, that's why I was just telling Faye. Y'all know I'm in this post vaccine haze right now. This is the first time I've been upright all day. So
That was me last Friday. So I understand.
Oh, it's gonna do me like that.
That's why
no,
I'm like, do I need to take this shot?
but see, they said once you get them little symptoms, it's like 24 hours is over. But I hadn't had headaches. I hadn't had any of the other stuff. I just been sleepy and hungry. I haven't
Oh, I
eaten
can
so
do
much in
sleeping
my life.
hungry. I can do that. I don't need to do the hungry part though, because I smell food and they be like, yeah, 15 pounds. So I don't need
Yeah,
that part of it. But
yeah. So that's all that happened to me. I've been asleep all day. I did what I was told. I drank my Gatorade Powerade before, took my 2 Advil, got the little shot, went back home, drank some more Gatorade, and did soups and everything. I woke up this morning, I was a little achy, but I was also out in the night air. So I can't say that it was the shot. It was probably me being out in the night air more so than the shot. But I woke up this morning, took my Advil, took a couple of got me a hot shower. I started feeling better when I went back to drinking, soups, having the soups and stuff like that. A lot of hot, warm things. And I feel better now. But then I took another Advil. I don't think the other one was out the system. And then I was out for like 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was
You
that
might have been
good
high.
sleep.
Yeah, a little bit. I woke up. I was like, what happened?
Where am I? What day is it?
Yeah.
Well, you did better than I did. I was asleep for the whole weekend, last weekend, and woke up Monday and could barely move. So,
Yeah, regular stuff. Regular stuff.
fine. Fine.
Yeah, but give me 2 weeks and I can say I'm fully vaccinated. Woo! 2 weeks after your last one, then you say you're fully vaccinated. So anyway, back to these people, y'all.
Oh yeah.
That's why we're
That's
here.
why we're here.
I know. It's like, wait a minute. We on here live for something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, Virginia daddy ain't shit.
No, he's not.
Um
AKA, he's a Trump
Trumper.
supporter.
He's a
A
Trumper.
Trumper. A Trumpet,
Uh,
as Wendy calls him.
Yeah, can't deal with them. Okay. Vincent and Brianna. Vincent took her down to the bodega, got her some foods. So she got to see the way he lives. And I was like, can I get a close up on them plantains? Because
I
y'all
just
know how
want an
much
empanada.
I love plantanos a lot. And I just need to go there and just go get me a whole thing of those. But she took him to her dance and tap classes. So I thought it was funny for her to have the conversation about how she didn't like her skin tone being, a dark girl and everything, and having to find the wherewithal basically to
Right.
see beauty within herself. And she said the dance classes helped her to find that confidence. Because she also revealed she gave up dance so that she could be an engineer because she wanted to make sure she made money. Now, I want to know, because she was talking about, earning potential, what her childhood looked like, because we've been stuck on Vincent ass talking about,
Oh,
he wanted,
we know he grew up dirt poor.
we ain't gonna have none if you with me. Now, what I want to see what her background is about, and why she is so into.
Let me tell you what I feel. I feel like Rihanna's background is that of her mom probably was a singer. I think her mom. Did her dad walk her down the aisle? Who walked her down the aisle?
No, I think it was a cousin or something.
That's
It
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
a dad.
I think her mom was a single parent. I
Yeah,
believe that
her
make
mom walked her down the aisle.
her mom walked her
Her mom
down.
walked her down the aisle.
Okay,
So
so yeah, so
so I believe that Brianna was raised in a single parent household. That's not always the greatest experience, depending on what your parent did for a living. And she probably wants to make sure that she's not in that place again. Your mom probably struggled to do some things, and so she probably felt like that ain't the life I want to live. I don't want to scrape and survive. I don't want to work 2-3 jobs to make sure my kids can do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. I want to make sure I got the money so they can do it. So I think that's probably why. And she's good at math. She did that. So I wanted people to hear that, because people were really making a mockery of her bill a month or whatever she had put together a month. Somebody was like, that don't make sense. That don't add up. She has a background in math, so I feel like she's good and she got her finances on lock.
I'm trying to figure out why Black women can't have luxury in their life without people having something to say about it.
I thought her budget was okay, but I'm bougie. And if I see it and I want it and I like it, I'm gonna get it. As long as my bills are paid, as long as my children are fed, as long as I ain't asking you for shit, I'm gonna need you to be all right with how I live my life.
Absolutely. She has the money to do it. She got the money to do it. I didn't understand that. And let me tell y'all something. I'm tired of y'all, because what y'all not gonna do is be hating on my girl Brianna. Because I made a post and I had to get off the post that I posted in the group, because I also fight some people in there. Let me also
you made the post, and then you had to get off your own post.
My own post, because some folk was asking to crack some skulls on the internet.
Should have shut it down.
So listen, this is the other thing. we talk about this privately in our after party. We have a lot of health issues. We got a lot of health issues.
You're right.
Black women, when it comes to carrying children, the health risk jumps up. They're higher. They're higher than white women.
Definitely.
They are. I mean, that's just the truth, and that's
And
just
then we
fact.
get lackluster healthcare treatment anyway.
We
Like
do.
they ignore us a lot of the
Yes.
times. I've had experiences myself. I know you guys have too. They will ignore what we need or make us feel like we're being over dramatic if
Mhm.
we say there's a problem. So
Right, right. And so with that being said, I'm gonna need y'all to stop saying she lying about it. Just cause your cousin who had high blood pressure had 2, 3 kids or 5 kids by 5 different men. Get out, Brianna. That's a valid concern. I know people who have passed.
Nope. Where is it? Yep, they're right there. That right there.
That's cause what I just said. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
did I miss it?
Cause I
Did.
said the
How's your
cousin
cousin
that had
had 5 kids by 5 different
by 5.
men? I'm out.
I'm just saying.
Look, stay out my business. I got a 50-50 split. It's 2 for 2.
No, you fine. That wasn't for you. That was for these fools on my post. Listen, because my children ain't got the same dad and neither. So I promise you, there's no judgment on that. Okay. However, that was for them folk that was on my talking about she lied. It's another reason why she didn't want to have kids. Somebody even made up that she said she wanted to keep her body. I said, where y'all hear that at?
She never
she
said
did not
anything.
say that. No, I haven't seen that anywhere.
But the thing about it is, it's like you have to, when you think about how we're treated and how we're looked at anyway, if we're assertive, then we're too aggressive.
Yeah.
If we ask too many questions, then we're argumentative. If we happen to have a mind of our own and we speak up and we say, well, now you just mad. So anything
angry black woman
has to do with us, it's always going to be, oh, you just mad, or you just this, or you just that. So when we, express concerns about our bodies, about our lives, about our money, then it's, oh, well, you too independent, or oh, you too this, or oh, you too that. How about I just need to be able to voice what I need to voice and say what I have to say? Her reasons are her reasons. She ain't trying to die to give birth to your child.
Because who gonna raise him after I'm
who
dead?
Who gonna raise the baby? Can you afford it?
It's
No.
the bottom line. It's very valid. I never had health concerns until after I had my children. I had 2 C-sections.
Yeah.
2 C-sections got me a triple massive hernia.
Mm-hmm.
That triple massive hernia led to a 7-hour stomach reconstruction that led to a massive pulmonary embolism where my heart stopped in front of my kids. I wasn't making on that. All I was trying to do was give birth.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like I find so many people that have, and that's why I was saying when she first brought it up, I wish that Pastor Cal was being more appreciative of her, bringing up the fact that that's an actual fear, especially when you have health concerns. Because I hate when people go, "Oh, you'll be fine." I'm like, no. Let's dissect this. Let's talk about the fear behind it.
She was scared because she ain't gonna be no good mama. This ain't the same conversation that you and Virginia had. This is a different conversation
on the line. And by her saying I want to wait a little bit longer, and they're not 30 yet, right? They're not 30.
No.
I got another point to make about this.
I want to wait 3-4 years. You still in good she's in good shape. She just wants more information. Then she probably want to make sure he's more financially stable before she bring one of his big head kids to the world.
Maybe if the doctor take me off work, I'm gonna have to sit down.
In 3 or 4 years, you ain't still trying to be cute. In 3 or 4 years, I'm gonna really know if this is gonna work, and even if I still want to be connected to you.
And
so
you don't want a Jeffy and a Shawnee situation,
where I still got to deal with you and raise your kid.
Yeah,
right.
And let me also say this: I don't think that just because you get married it means that you have to immediately start having children. I
No.
think it's healthy for a couple to get in the swing of things for them so that they can
Right.
be strong. You know, take some trips, do some things to get into you guys. And again, since they haven't taken a traditional road to get married, y'all gonna have to do some dating. Y'all gonna have to get into the real. Y'all are gonna have to do some have some discussions before kids. Because if you bring kids into that, that's a whole nother stressor on top of that. So now you gotta take care of this child, and now y'all gotta schedule time to spend with each other. Because children take up a lot of your time, honey.
Don't they?
Yeah,
They
and then
do.
don't nobody want to hear you talking all day. Tell me your mama disrespecting me because I spilled some champagne on my shirt. She laughed at me. Don't get that together. Mature some before you bring some cheerings in this uh world.
Am
She said,
I,
let's
Myra?
normalize women having a say in what happens in their uterus.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. Like everybody, well, why did you want to have kids? And you
And she
know,
never said she didn't want to.
hypertension.
Yeah.
That's number one. That you automatically high risk. That's number one. Number two, he's talking about 4 children. So you talking about bringing me close to death 4 times.
Yeah.
Not only that, when you're talking about hypertension, you're talking about possibly going into preterm labor. So now that adds,
Everything.
they may add developmental issues to your child because depending on how early they come, you
And
know,
let's not talk about the fact that there's also an opening for gestational diabetes.
right.
And there's also seizures, which I can attest to myself because I never had a seizure before I got pregnant, but I still have them now, 21 years after having my first child.
And it
Right.
can also cause preeclampsia, which I know people who have died from that. So
Yeah.
you have to think about it's a ripple effect. Again, just because you know somebody who had hypertension or high blood pressure and they didn't make it, hey, listen, there are people who have. It's a genuine concern. Come on, medical professional.
Cardiomyopathy. Yep.
Yep,
This is why Myra just pops on. She just
I
gone
just
and give
love
you
her.
what you be looking for. I'd be like, come
Yes,
on.
come on, Myra. I love Myra.
One day
And
Myra gonna jump on with us. But
We supposed to have her on, ain't we? We're on the other one. On the other
what
one.
the other show,
The
she
other
gonna
one.
talk vaccine. We're gonna get we gotta get a couple more people and then we're gonna get it together. But
Yes.
so yeah, you're talking about all these issues. She said I'm down. All these issues that one can have. Okay, stop computer. All these issues that one can have just from trying to bring people into this world. That's why I tell people, I tend to have to advocate for some of my counterparts who had 1 or 2 children versus my 7. And then, like I remember talking to some of my male friends, like, you need to talk to my wife because she don't want to have no more kids and this and that. And you make it, you try to, what did one of them said? My wife always complaining when she pregnant. I don't never hear you complaining. I said, cause
yeah,
we
I ain't
different.
married to you either.
We different people. I ain't married to you. And does she have complications? I said, you can't look at me and think that every pregnancy is gonna be like these. I had fairly simple, run of the mill, regular pregnancies. All of, with the people that made it through, there wasn't a lot of complications and everything. I'm grateful for it, but I don't take it for granted that that was an exception to a lot of rules where
Right.
I've had one in my 20s. Well, I've had two in my 4 in my 20s, 3 in my 30s. My last one being 30, 39. So by the time I had the sixth one, between 6 and 7, they moved me from being regular pregnancy to being high risk just because of age, geriatric pregnancy. So now I got to go through all this stupid ass tests just because I'm 39.
I'm sorry, because every
You know,
time she talk
I hate
about
the
that,
fact they call it a geriatric pregnancy because you're over
you
35.
and you said geriatric, a lot calmer than you normally say. Normally, be like
No,
a
y'all know it's
geriatric.
good. It's the drug. It's the drug. Because I'm like, who around here
Pregnancy,
geriatric?
How
honey,
did that move up to
pregnancy.
35? Look, because I remember your geriatric pregnancy used to be, much later in age.
Yeah, I'm like, geriatric. Y'all just ugh.
Honey, pregnancy is hard.
It
It
is.
took. That's why it took Jade got here, just because she probably was in my uterus praying. Come on, God. I just need to make it. Cause after Jaden, I was sick for 8.5 months.
Nope.
I
Wow.
lost weight during my pregnancy.
Yeah.
My migraines damn near took me out during my pregnancy. So for anybody who says, well, you shouldn't complain because this, that, and the third, you better kiss my natural black tail because that mess was hard.
She
Yeah.
said
It's my
tail, y'all. She said tail.
I
Right.
did.
She
I
had
did.
she held that one in.
I
she held it
did.
in. Growth. Growth.
Just
Evolution, baby.
But you know what, y'all? Like at the end of look, for anybody that's listening, you can tell we are not here for the shenanigans,
We're
and we are
not.
no.
not here for the monitoring of our uteruses.
Mm-mm.
So be fair warned before you traipse into this discussion with one of us. This is what you're gonna get. Like
Absolutely.
I'm over it. Like leave that girl alone. She has
Please.
agreed to have children with you, but she is not willing to work on your timeline because you, sir, are not the only one involved in the situation.
And you need to make some more money doing whatever it is you do
Okay?
because,
Whatever you trying to
like,
Let
do.
me lend
they
this.
cost a
Let,
lot of
let me
money.
let
They
me
not
lend
cheap.
this to the conversation.
Nah, them jokers
Men
blow up.
are
They not shit.
more quicker and they're more able to walk away from a child than a woman is because once you birth a child, that child is yours. So if he decides to leave, chuck the deuces, do whatever it is he plan on, or something happen and he don't like it and he gone, then she got that baby and he wherever the hell he at, doing whatever the hell he want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and she got a whole child that she responsible for that he begged for, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. And stop saying that girl still bossy because she not. She has died her whole attitude down a
So
whole
we can
lot and
go to
she's
the
worked on it. I'm tired of hearing it too. She ain't bossy. She's not.
She's
say that
just one of
again.
those people.
I,
No, she's
I
not
said,
awesome. Now this is one of the ones I wish he kind of bends on, and that's the him sleeping in thing.
Yeah, she kind of got on my nerves.
Girl, yeah.
I think what the problem is, and again, this is their romanticizing marriage. Because I think in her mind, they supposed to do things together. They go to sleep together, they wake up together, and do all this type of stuff. Now, don't micromanage my sleep time. Because she
Yeah,
was
I'm
like,
gonna
well,
need
he
her to
like to
go
be on
ahead and find her a
Mm-mm.
couple of hobbies when it comes to that.
girl, pick your battles. Choose your battles.
yeah.
And
Battle
that
over
ain't a good one.
in the pregnancy. Leave this dude alone. If he want to sleep in, let him sleep in. If he don't have a particular schedule, then leave that alone. I think Dr. Pepper did a pretty good job by trying to get them to come to an agreement on, the whole sleeping in, maybe we say X days and Y days. I wish Dr. Pepper had just said, girl, leave that boy alone about sleeping. Now
Yes.
he ain't lazy. And I think that's how he feels like you think he's lazy. Leave him alone. He just need to sleep. He said he need a little bit more time. And she's like, well,
Because
I
he was
feel like
tired.
you gotta be up earlier, then you can be more productive. No, that's for you, baby. That's you and your type A.
Yeah.
He's not type A. No, he
Right.
don't have
Yeah.
type A type of personality when it comes to sleeping and stuff like that. Only when it comes to champagne. Um,
And
so
tight clothes.
in tight
I can't
clothes.
imagine. I couldn't imagine my husband being upset with me about my sleep schedule. We on two different schedules. He works day shift. I work night shift. I could
Yeah.
not imagine having that conversation because he knows some days I'll sleep to 1 o'clock. but I don't
Yeah.
get off till 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. So some days I'll sleep a little later. Other days I'll get up. Like yesterday, I was up at 11:30. Couldn't go back to sleep, so I was just up. I was up all day, all the way through my
Mm.
shift. So I could not imagine him griping about that, and like that being a real issue. Like I would be so, I could see why he's irritated, because I would be
Yeah,
so
I would
fast
be irritated by
irritated.
it too.
Because I say for a good chunk of my marriage, um, shoot, I worked night shift for a long time.
Yeah, he did too. Like we were like one minute he was night shift and now I'm night
Mhm.
shift. So I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna need her to like not lean into that
Listen,
conversation as much as she
the
is right now.
bed to yourself and be able
Yeah,
to
no,
sleep, Grand Eagle.
baby, listen.
Yeah, because
Be
in my
sideways,
because
be
in
everything.
my marriage when he oh wait, I ain't married.
I can't stand you.
You better cut it off. I already knew. We gave her a compliment too soon.
I ain't got no husband.
We complimented her too soon.
I wanted to be a part of the conversation, but I had to think about it. I'm like, Roger, you ain't
Look,
got
Hilda
no
still
man.
ain't came back.
I tell you what, you won't even let us keep you on the good side. Well, you just
I wanted to
We
be a
complimented
part
her
of
too quickly.
I wanted to be a part of the conversation.
I was okay with not being a part of that conversation because I enjoy my space.
Baby,
yeah.
I be in a Midwest
Girl, you ain't the
with my
only one.
remote
Can't wait.
and my
He can't wait
phone.
for me. He can't wait for me to get out of the bed, and I can't wait for him to
Mhm.
get out of the bed, because I'm telling you, we be all like my legs be over there. I'm little. Like I can understand him stretching out because he over 6 feet tall, and even in the California King, his feet will be on the edge of the bed. So him stretching out, I don't mind that. Baby, I do the same thing. Once he get out the bed, I'm
Bye-bye.
all kinds of ways in the bed. I mean, pillows.
Listen,
Baby, I got pillows surrounding me. Like it's the life.
it is nice.
Like, the covers
Um,
are the life too. I'm not gonna lie, but just having a whole bed to
but
yourself.
we talking about hardcore sleep. I need some space. Let
Right.
me tell you somebody I really have found as my hero right now when you talking about sleeping arrangement is that's Egypt Sherrod. She went live on her Instagram with her husband a couple of weeks ago, and they revealed what their sleeping arrangements were and the fact that they are actually renovating their house to accommodate their sleeping arrangement. And like they have a 2-3 year old. I think she's 2 years old. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
they have found that both of them sleep better when they take turns, with the baby. So like one to go down and sleep with the baby one night, and then they switch nights or whatever. And then they were like meet up in the middle sometime. So now they are redoing their house to have 2 master bedrooms because they realize they get along better when they have 2 different bedrooms. They was like, we gotta wait. We can meet up in the middle sometime, but sometimes he like being on his computer and having the TV going while I'm trying to sleep,
Oh
and
my
vice versa.
God, yes.
And she was like, we have found this has been working the past 2.5 years, and we really like it. We enjoy it. She's like, it's some older people that's been like, no, this the end of y'all marriage. They were like, no, we are rested. We
You
actually
know
look
what?
forward to seeing each other now.
Oh, and
And
now they can play and run through the house and play catch a girl, freak a girl.
look, knock on each other's door and be like, have a sleep night. Be like, I'm having a spending the night baby in my house.
Not
Listen,
Okay.
listen,
There's so many
listen.
things I can do with that.
I'm down with the spend the
And
night
you know
bed.
what?
I'm
That's
down.
good. So listen, I'm wondering if that's how the monarchy, how queens and kings be married for like 100 million years. Because they don't sleep in the same bed neither. They have their own, like the queen have her own bed, the king, whoever had
I need
you see
my
what
own
I'm saying?
court, my own court. Look, and
Listen.
I've said this for the longest. I don't know how people think they can apply the one size fit all or the one method fits the entire marriage and think that you're gonna come out of this thing happy, healthy, or even liking each
Exactly.
other. I think that you
Right.
do have to make changes that benefit both people at
Yeah.
different points in marriage. A lot of times in the beginning, everybody you can't get enough of each other. You want to just be kissing, hugging, this and that. And then there are times, especially having kids, you just don't have time for those things. So you're in the middle of
Right.
raising children or building your career. Then there are times when you want to get kind of back together, but you also missing that independence part of yourself. And then, so I think there are different phases you go through in order to endure and keep the marriage strong, you
Yeah.
should kind of visit those things. Now,
Yeah.
and for some folks, they can't get, they've been married 50, 60 years. They do everything together. They done got them a sword together. They dress alike. They walk alike. They talk alike.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that. But, and if that's what you want, where you can't get enough of each other, that's cool. But everybody's not like that. So I think that whatever works to keep y'all happy and healthy, do that. But I'm here for the two master bedrooms. Though I was excited. I was
Ooh,
like, listen, tell me more when y'all gonna give us a tour of the house.
I'm with the tour of the house. Girl, let
Yeah.
me go follow Egypt on the social media. Look.
Yes. Yeah. Because, but and I know a lot of couples that, like maybe one person snores or something like that, and
Then
they
they
have
sleep in
resorted
another room. Yeah.
yeah, they resorted
Oh,
to,
my
sleep
grandparents.
in rooms.
My grandparents had a master bedroom, and then they had an extra bedroom. So once all the kids was left, it was like they put twin beds in one room, and then there was a queen size bed in the other. And sometimes they would sleep in the room with the twin beds, both of them in the same room, but in twin beds. Sometimes they would sleep in the master bedroom. It just whichever way worked, it worked.
Yeah.
Like that's
My grandmama and
I don't.
granddad lived in two separate houses, so
Hey,
Yeah.
they hadn't gotten a divorce. They he was over there, she was over here, and that was that on that.
That's how it works.
That's
You
how they worked
don't
out.
question them. Don't you never question them. Okay, y'all. Let's move on because we an hour. How we get an hour into this? Because we've been
So we've
talking
been
too much.
talking.
Catch
We've been
up.
talking.
Let's get over here to Ryan and Clara.
Ooh,
So
child.
Ryan went to see
I'm just gonna
Clara's.
mute myself.
I'm sick of him. Okay, my bad. Did she put
I'm
herself in
sorry,
timeout?
She muted herself. I
Oh,
can't.
I
okay.
said I'm just gonna mute myself. Go ahead, Heather. I'm sorry.
How I just can't with her. So Ryan meets up with Clara's mom, and they're talking about how much basically he just revealed that he was so much of a mama's boy. Clara's mom said her hope for them was that he not only likes Clara but respects Clara. Some of the other things they talked about, being
Religion.
very religious and everything, because I know her parents are super religious, and so they had a lot of, conversation regarding that. But she also revealed she wasn't that into church until she had Clara. And so that's what, really kind of, changed it for her, because she felt like that was important enough to her that she wanted to instill that in her kids. But not until she had Clara. And so she was saying she was hoping that Ryan, well, that, maybe that's a thing that will happen for Clara as well. Ryan kind of held on to that, like, I'm super excited about that, and maybe whatever. Anyway, um, not only that, they got to talk a little bit about, Claire's growing up, and, she did like Glee Club or whatever. And she's had a lot of things. And her mom's advice to them was make sure that every day is decision day, which I thought that was really good advice.
That was
Um,
good.
make sure every day is decision day. I'm like, you might not want every day to be decision day because today's answer may be no. But
Okay. I might not
um,
like you today like I liked you yesterday.
I'm telling y'all, just do a year in review. Just do that instead. But going back to Ryan and Clara talking to Dr. Pepper, I felt that Clara tends to back off of what she really
She
wants
do.
when she sits next to Ryan and she has
She
to
do.
actually approach everything and be completely forthcoming, honest, brutally honest with the fact that she's not getting what she needs out of the relationship. And one of the things is Brian, not Brian, hell, what's Ryan,
Ryan.
new name. Ryan is cold hearted.
Little
He,
virgin boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
you know
he
what?
had
Did she
Nope.
unmute herself? No, never mind.
Keep yourself muted for the rest of this
he
segment.
had literally that man ain't had none. Cause if he had some, all this butterfly stuff he talking about, he would have had that by now and would have been okay. That
But let's
man ain't had none.
talk about the fact that I really do think Ryan is asexual more so than just a virgin, but I think he's asexual, which is why
I
you're
mean,
not
but
seeing.
say that. It's the lack of communication with him that just drives me nuts. Say
Mhm.
that. Say what you
It's the
mean what you
haircut for
say.
me.
Because he don't know what to call it. That's the problem. Is that he don't know what to call it because he too busy trying to give everybody motivational speeches. Is that he
Overdosing.
hasn't even
True.
figured out where he is on that spectrum? Because here's the thing, we talked about this last week maybe, where
I
I was
think we
saying
did.
that he um was talking about he's been in a few long-term relationships, and those relationships he
He had
hadn't
inmate pen
he was
pals.
like, I had a few relationships where I hadn't had sexual contact with people. And I'm like, the fact that you're good with that, you stop to see them. I'm gonna tell you, take her all out the stream for a minute.
You were just supposed to keep talking, woman. Just keep talking.
No.
I'm sorry. This guy.
Look. We're gonna take her out the stream for 2 seconds because she is
Y'all done put the girl in time out.
That girl
she
look
is
like that for prison pen pals. Oh my god.
Oh, she back. Okay, she back.
I can't with you. I can't with you. We can't have serious relationships right now. We can't have serious conversations with this one around. No.
Oh,
Because it's like he is okay with not ever having sex. I do believe that he is okay with never having sex. I also do believe that he doesn't even have sexual desire. And that is what
Well, how should get him off every night then if he don't got no sexual
you
desires
ain't
now?
gonna have sexual desire to get off every night. That's just a matter of science. That's a matter of you get enough rubbing up against a penis, you can get ejaculation to happen. That doesn't mean there's sexual desire attached to it. It just means that you know how to, make it mechanically happen. He doesn't have to
that's
have any
not the
sexual
right
desire to
relationship
happen.
for her.
It's just
As much as
ejaculation.
I'm rooting for them, if that is the case, that is not the right relationship
No,
for
that's not the
her.
right relationship. And Clara is a romantic. She just want to be in love.
True.
So she gonna where we said we were calling. You know how everybody was calling Paige dumb and everything, talking about she just want to be married and this. Clara very much is like Paige, but she has a partner that isn't presenting as holy as Chris. Now Ryan is an asshole, but he ain't a Chris
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, if sex is important, she needs to bounce.
Yep.
What y'all think?
I agree.
I agree.
And every time they ask him, so when are y'all gonna have sex? I don't know. Could be, could
It's
be
the
not. I just
immaturity
feel like
for
that's
me.
his answer. Like
But even
maybe
though when they say about love, oh, I think we're getting there. What the hell that mean?
it means nothing,
You
sir.
know whether or not your feelings are changing for someone to where it's moving toward, you know, from like for infatuation even to I actually care about
Exactly.
this person deeply.
Why did you sign up for this show, man?
I want to know who hurt you. Like that, like for a lot of them this season, that is the
Mhm.
question I would ask. Who hurt you? And then to go with that, I want to know what have you done to get past that?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Wendy said she told the experts. I was gonna bring it up. She did tell the experts that she didn't want because normally a lot of her relationships started off physical, and then they started working on the other part of the relationship. So
Right.
I get that part. What I don't get is why put her with someone who's hell bent on not having it, period. Like we ain't growing to it, we ain't nowhere etching close to it. You don't want to dip your stick in my pond. Like it's not happening. I was trying to think of something to say, and that's the first thing that came to mind. It's I think that's a little extreme. And I agree with Myra. Myra said she thought that was extreme. That's too extreme. Like I get your words are powerful. However, I want to have sex. I just don't want to start the relationship out having sex. 2 months? Y'all married. I think it's time. Time to go on and wet the whistle. Time to go and make sure
Time to make it
It's
clap.
been wet though. It's just
it's time.
it's just the cooking is
It's
dry.
time. Make it clap.
I'm just saying. I just feel like it's been 2 months. Y'all have been talking. You done gave me motivational speech out of a motivational speech. I need more than a donut at this point.
Yes,
Okay.
it is, Myra.
Cause that was the most action she was getting with that donut, baby. She was all into that, and then he gonna run
Everybody
with
was
him.
like, and then he was like, "What are your goals? What are your dreams? You should
How
be
about you
doing."
shut up right now? How about you shut up?
Baby,
How about
what?
you shut up when I eat these
She
donuts?
said, "She said, first of all, I'm enjoying tasty donuts. I don't want this right now.
Okay, we don't have donut. Why did
I don't
Marley
want
just
this."
come in here?
I'm trying to figure out like how much time are the producers and the cameras and all that. How much time are they actually with them? Because this season is so different in comparison to the other seasons.
Cause
And the fact that they just, but they knew that going in. You see what
thing is, y'all could have set up some remote cameras to really pick up something. You really could have just put cameras all over the house, and you can
right.
produce remotely like I'm doing now. I produced this whole thing from my computer.
And
So
you do a
you can
great
do the
job.
same. Here's my problem with Lil Ryan is that, like I said, I
Look,
don't think has explored what part of the sexual spectrum he's on. That's number one.
Right.
And not to say, that he is necessarily like gay or anything. I'm saying I really think he's asexual. Number two, I think he has a problem with saying, I love you. He tells Dr. Pepper though, I don't want to just constantly casually use it because then it takes the value away. Dr. Pepper like, well, no, I get off the phone with my kids, my husband, my friends, we end the thing. You
Yeah.
want love to be
Mom,
the
dad,
that
everybody.
your people remember about you every day. And
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting that he feels like this is a value meter. So if I say it 10 times, then it don't have as much value if I just say it twice. So I'm trying to figure out, how does his parents say or do things? Because that was the thing, because they were like, well, do you get off the phone with your parents? Do you say, well, yeah, sure. So what have you been taught by your kinfolk, your parents and everything else, about how and what? And let me tell you, people are weird when it comes to, like, I'm gonna keep saying people, but sometimes people with religious backgrounds and everything do things in a weird way. Weird is only because I ain't got no other words today. Because we always say the only person that you ought to be in love with is your spouse and this and that. And sometimes we take it too literally to the point where people don't feel like they can actually casually tell friends and family members, that they love them without feeling like it's supposed to mean more than that. That must be edamame you eating because it's showing bricks over there. You got bricks. I'm like, that must be edamame. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking. So he got some wrong signals from his upbringing. I'm irritated with my head itching, constantly talking about Ryan and Clara. I don't know. And Dr. Pepper tries, she might, and everybody like, where's she been? I think Dr. Pepper probably was down with a little Rona. Probably the reason why we didn't see her as much.
You said,
I do, because I'm like, she ain't been in there kind of wild. So I'm like, she must have had the people.
They said, we ain't seen you in so long. I said, oh, Lord.
Yeah, she done
Yeah.
been down with the stuff.
That lady is, she is old and she does not need to be around all the people. She
No. That's why I feel like if y'all was going to do this, y'all could have, like, really done it. And y'all could have been a little bit more involved.
From too, because I know Dr. Viviana, Pastor Cal, and Dr. Pepper are not in the same city. I'm pretty sure they don't all live in the same city.
know.
So let me see. Dr. Pepper lives where? So it may have been some restrictions and everything for them to get down to Atlanta too. I'm just trying to think of all things.
That's why I said they should have did that part remotely. Because like I said, I've seen them FaceTime with couples whenever they had a problem in the past.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. Plenty of time in
So
the past.
I'm still on there. Why was this season different? Why y'all didn't talk to these crazy people?
Yeah.
And why were the producers doing it and not you?
Then Dr. Pepper is from Chicago. Mm-hmm.
They've been they've been all over the place. So do they just relocate to wherever they're filming for that season?
Well, that's what I think
Or
they have before. Let's see, Dr. Pepper Schwartz is from Chicago. Trying to see where her contact information is from. Because she is in she's in Seattle.
Dang.
oh wow,
She on the
that's a
whole
lot of
same
traffic.
country.
Yeah, that's a lot of traffic.
Mr. Cal.
And Seattle was shut down.
Yeah, they could go
That's
out.
where my
Yeah.
husband's the main headquarters for the job he has now. That's where they are, and they were shut down. Like they shut it down before anybody else did, and they were fully shut down. weren't going out, weren't doing anything. Everybody was working from home, or they just weren't working. So that might be why she's been so.
Okay,
Sound like
Pastor
Brandon.
Cal is in Atlanta.
Okay,
That's
so
why.
we go.
And let's see, Dr. Viviana, Houston.
Okay.
Oh yeah, see,
Houston. So you'll probably see her more.
understandable then.
Huh?
I said that was understandable.
Okay. Yeah. And she married for real?
Oh, she married. Interesting.
Very. Does she have children? Let's see.
I hope not.
I feel like she's just going through this world.
Did you say I hope not?
But because she is, I need somebody else in her place. I nominate Heather.
Let me tell you, the whole
I
lifetime.
second the nomination.
Because I don't think she got a clue. And then when everybody was tripping about Chris, Dr. Pepper said, we ain't had no clue. I don't like that so-and-so. He can kiss my Pastor Cal was ready to whoop his ass. Clearly, we saw that on the show. Dr. Pepper, well, calm down. It's not that deep. What? Ma'am.
Tears.
Y'all are tripping. No, we're not. Keep watching the show. We watched the train wreck. What are you talking about?
How much worse to get? So yeah, thanks, Dr. Viv. I thought that she was okay her first season, but now I'm like, okay, I'm over it. Yeah. So Dr. Pepper, try to help navigate them. Like I said, this is another couple. I feel like they're gonna say yes on decision day, but I really hope that Clara kind of wanders away after decision day.
I'm not gonna give them a year. I'm gonna give them 6 months. Real talk.
I'm giving them 6 months.
She's already started moving
the cameras.
She's already started moving into his house. She's already started moving into his house.
I do know that
they aren't even done with the season. And
right.
She's already moving her things into it. So she's positioning herself to be with him because she says she's in love with him. I believe she'll tolerate it for at least a year. And if it has not improved within a year, then she out.
Girl, she a whole sex therapist.
Yeah, you just not realize.
Viviana, what? That's why I said I nominate you.
They used to have, in the early seasons, they used to have 4 people. They used to have the therapist, the sex coach, the Dr. Pepper person, then the like Pastor Cow. So you're kind of a spiritual leader, a sociologist, an actual
And
therapist,
I think
and then
a
someone
real,
that
yeah,
dealt
real
with
fair.
the actual sexual aspect. So they used to have 4 experts. I didn't know they were using her for all of it. And
I
I'm gonna
need
say
them to get
I
a
need
real
them to go
therapist
back to
back
the
in the mix.
original plan. Yeah,
I like the 4 experts much better than I like
Yeah,
the
three.
three. Yeah. And that was when they used to do 3 couples and not 5.
yeah.
So
I
Y'all
anyway,
got
think they
more
need to
couples than
dial it.
experts. That's crazy.
I mean, they need to
yeah.
dial it back to maybe 4 couples instead of 5. I just feel like 5 is too much.
5 was cool for the 10th season or whenever they started doing 5, but then it's I don't know. Anyway,
It's y'all not here. Maybe they have five in case somebody fall off, like Chris and
maybe
Pat.
so. Maybe so. You got 10 people. All right, down to the nitty gritty. This last nun couple. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get my tea while y'all talk amongst yourselves. Go.
Oh, wait. What? Hey, she just left, y'all.
I'm
We talking
talking
about
about Haley
Kim
and
and
Jacob.
Haley.
I need to go
I
get
know
my
who
tea.
you talking about.
Formulate my thoughts. I gotta mute myself so I don't cuss the whole time.
Oh,
Carry on.
Oh well, in that case, then,
everybody need to be
Right,
muted. Right.
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 Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off.
I
I
just,
have nothing.
We having a blackout.
listen.
We done went on a
Look,
whole commercial break. We sorry.
listen. What? Okay. I think that this needs to end. It's a train wreck. Um, it has been from day one. I felt like she was freaking out from day one. When she saw him, she wasn't attracted to him. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm not attracted to you. She wants to play the long game, and I don't know if it's because she just want to be on TV or what that situation is looking like. Um, every time somebody calls her out on her quote unquote feelings, she wants to
Girl,
play victim and cry
turn them
and
fake tears.
say, "Well, I'm really trying, but you're not because you don't really want to," and just say that.
the Karen of all Karens.
Right, and just say that. Let me.
I don't
This
like like, stop lying. Like, please,
that
can
part.
you stop? Like, please stop lying. Because you are, and I'm going to say this, a lie by omission is still a lie.
Yes, it is.
So you not telling him certain parts or only giving him so much, baby, you still lying.
Right, right.
That's all I need her to do. Stop lying.
Right. So this she made a petty situation, and then he had a valid concern because they had the little questions thing. Because I'm not gonna talk about when she dove into her childhood. Not I don't really care about that because Haley, I don't care about you.
Don't.
However, she made a petty observation about this man in these damn cowboy boots. That Jacob, I love you dearly, baby. It's a hole in them cowboy boots at the bottom. I need you to replace those. But I've digressed. So,
Just get them fixed. That's all.
or fixed. However, I just don't. I'm tired of seeing the hole in the cowboy boots. So, she made fun of him for wearing cowboy boots to the batting range or wherever they went, where she felt like it should have been a casual situation. You always wearing dress shoes, ma'am. Those are cowboy boots.
Your hair always straight and look like you need to wash it. We ain't gonna do nothing
Right.
about that.
You
Ooh,
just put the dry
okay.
shampoo in your hair and keep it pushing. Like, listen, I need
Like
you
you
to
gonna
like
start
do
playing the
something
dust.
different.
Let's play.
Yeah, let's do that. You don't look comfortable. I am comfortable. I really don't like sneakers. So you're picking a battle that doesn't need to be picked at this point because you know that this is how this man dresses. You know you ain't seen him in no tennis shoes. He got them damn cowboy boots on. You already know what's up. Okay? Then he brings a very valid point to the table. So listen, this bracelet I bought you that cost me $800 because yes, I went to Jared's. That I gave to you as a
This is
wedding.
law 7.
Cause I want to make sure I'm giving you this gift. You agreed to be my wife. I want to show you how much I care about the situation and about you coming to the table in this situation with me. We going through this journey together. So, girl, thank you. Here go this $800 bracelet. It was a cute bracelet, by the way. Now I don't
I
do bracelets.
know. I would have put it on.
I would have put it on.
The heifer ain't never took it out the box.
Never took it out the box
Right,
and
but then
shipped it
she
to her
sent the
mama.
thing to Alabama with her mama.
That's what I couldn't understand. She sent that. She kept talking about, well, why would I bring it with me? You did that on day one before you even got to know him. You gave it to her. You looked at, oh, this cute. Here.
Here, take that back home with you. You didn't well, we weren't in a good place, so I wasn't thinking about that. Girl,
That was the
you
first
weren't in a
day.
good place
It
from day
made it
one.
back to Alabama. Right. You didn't even make it down the aisle with the thing on. So you, like you said, she didn't take it out the box. So
She
you
didn't.
ain't never had it on your person.
Most of the time when these people send
Like
gifts
I
to
don't.
the first thing they do is take it out. Oh, this is so sweet. I'm gonna wear it to let them know that I got it. Thank you so much. And this already tell you she wasn't in. She
No,
wasn't even 100% in from day one.
no,
She just needed
no.
something to do with it. She was itching for a wedding because she had been used to being a bridesmaid so many
Always
times.
the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Nobody want to get married. I guess I'm going to.
You married, you married, you married. So
You get a wedding. You get a wedding. So here's the other thing that I have. This will not. Stop.
I
Stop.
think you
Don't do
had
it.
something to add to that too. I just want to put that reminder out there. I think it had something to do with the gift giving. I'm not sure. And Heather, you froze.
Is- Oh yeah,
I think
everybody
she
was
froze.
freezing.
Oh, there she go.
Okay, now say it again.
You had something. You something to remind you of to add to. You had a story or something. I don't know if it was about the gift giving or what that was.
Oh
Not sure.
yes. So let's talk about this damn hat. So she was talking about, well, where's the hat that I gave you that looked very used and very looked like it was last minute. I pulled it out a trunk or whatever. Here is what you can really understand about people when it comes to gift giving. We always talk about the thought behind gifts and whether or not it's, sentimental value, things like that. Now, I think that she could have given him a hat that belonged to a grandfather or something like that. You're part of the family, this and that. That would have had sentimental value to it. But
Mm-hmm.
this is very much a little ragged ass $20 hat that she picked up at Walgreens and sat there and gave it to her husband, talking about this. This is just where I'm from, so just a clue. I'm like, we not playing Blues Clue, baby girl. We ain't doing it. The other thing is, so the story is there was a person that I had a conversation with, and we used to do like gift exchanges different times a year and everything. And I get excited about exchanging gifts because, especially if it's like Secret Santa or something like that. But if I know that I can help provide something that you kind of had your eye on, and if I can, I'll make sure to get it, especially if I get your name or something like that. It was a Secret Santa type of thing. Not even Secret Santa, we just exchanging gifts. And prior to us exchanging the gifts, one of them said, "What y'all think about regifting?" I said, "Not as a number one gift. Like I think of regifting like, girl, I got all this stuff for Christmas and I ain't gonna wear it. Do you want one of these?" That's what I think about regift. I ain't gonna
Right.
actually put it in the bag and because it might actually get back to the person who gave it to me. So I'll never do that. She said, "Well, I keep a closet full of stuff that people give me and I just stick it in another bag." I said, "Oh, okay." And I just kind of looked at her like, okay. So that tell me you don't even put no thought into nothing.
So
Let's talk
why
about the
you
gift
tell
that I
people?
get. Huh?
Why you tell people if that's what you do?
Exactly. Exactly. So now I get a gift from said person, and I'm looking at how the gift, you know how they have the gift tag done been ripped
Mhm.
off
Mhm.
because it looked like it might have been a label there with somebody else's name on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a hodgepodge of shit. It was like, here's a candle from over here, and this a set of a sleep mask, and it don't even match the slipper socks or whatever. And I'm like, so you don't spend money on people's gifts,
No.
but you
Don't put
and
talking
here's
to
the
them
thing,
either.
because we used to do, huh?
I
You said
said,
what?
don't put talking to them either. She
Yeah.
didn't think about it.
No, she don't think about it. She just do this right here. And so, because she had told me one time, well, like a lot of people just give me stuff and I don't use it. I'm like, but to like actually repackage it as a gift for other people though, like
I mean, if
all
you're
the
gonna give stuff away, just give stuff away.
just give
Like,
it away.
don't make it a gift. Right.
Right. So this is what I had figured out, because the rest of us, here we are, when it's a birthday, we putting our little money together. Oh, you need a gift card. We get you a gift card and get all this stuff. And we get to her, it's always some hodgepodge bullshit. I was like, you know what? Never again. Don't even worry about it. Because even when I turned, I think I want to say when I turned 40, she's like, I was just thinking about getting you something. All I could think about was comfort. And I was like, no, that's not what I would want for 40. I wouldn't want comfort for 40 because I'm turning 40. It's a big deal. I want some pizzazz and some this and that. And we've already talked about what I like. And then you bring some damn slipper socks and a candle, and you think I'm supposed to be excited about that. And here go $10. Got it. Never again.
Never again.
So anyway, people like that get on my nerves because those are afterthought. You can tell when people put thought into a gift. You can also tell when people are looking to impress you through a gift. And that's what he was trying to do with that bracelet. Like, hey, you finna be my boo thing. I done invested $800 in this thing. And she's like, and that's why I thought it was funny. She and her mama talking about what's tacky. I was like, your daughter tacky, ma'am.
Hell.
Both of y'all tacky.
And he wants the bracelet back. Her mama said,
Like he didn't say
I
that.
said, when he asked for the bracelet, I missed that. I had to rewind again. I said, I did not hear this
He
man
didn't
ask
ask
for the
for
bracelet
it.
back.
He asked her. Yeah, he asked her where it was. He didn't ask her
Why
to
is
give it
why
back.
is it not here for you to wear it?
He said, and then he said, I don't even want you to have to wear it every day. I just want to know that it's an option that you can
Right.
consider. And
Right.
I think for me, that's not asking too much. Just let me know you still got it. If you don't like it, tell me that too. We could have fixed it.
He knew. You know what? He knew she didn't have that bracelet, and that's why he
Exactly.
bought
That's
it
why
up.
he
And he
called her out
wasn't
on it.
trying to be petty.
I think he needed to call her out on it, and I think her mama been wearing it, which is why she's. Oh, this is just tacky. I send it back. I bet you ain't in the box.
Probably not. And I think and that's unfortunate. I Paige needs to do over. Jacob needs to do it. Like, y'all need to go and get the do over show together.
Yep.
If Ryan and the other girl don't work out, she need to do over. Virginia
She
needs to do over. I just feel like we just need to, have a whole do over show, because y'all done
Yeah.
did these folk wrong. Y'all have literally done these people dirty.
I don't
I
feel
just
like I'm sorry. I don't feel like Virginia needs a do over. I feel like Virginia needs a therapist.
Well, no, Virginia
But
needs
she
therapy.
do over
Let me
too.
let me let me let me let me back up. First therapy, because I don't think she should have entered this situation without it.
Because
But
now
then after she
now she has a trauma response to everything.
right, so I'm not saying she needs immediate do over, but she needs a do over because Eric is insensitive to what she needs. You know what I'm saying? In a partner. I think maybe later on, like 2-3 seasons later, she probably need to do over. But immediately, Jacob and Paige need to do. They need to do over. They do. They got the short end of the stick. And here is the thing. I don't understand why it's not okay to try. It's not like you look like a supermodel. You don't look like a supermodel, ma'am. Chris is not. Shamar Moore or Tay Diggs, any of these folk that we be like, ooh, he not Idris Elba. So for
He
you
ain't the blob or boo boo on Weird Science.
right. So I don't understand how you can say you could have picked such for me. You know, like it stupid stuff like that bothers the hell out of me. Yeah, he ain't, girl. He ain't. It just bothers me. Like, because guess what? I don't know how he got Mercedes. I don't know that. I didn't see whoever Haley dated because seemed like she dated her high school sweetheart and they broke up when she was 21, and that's just what they were. I was in a relationship for however many years. So you dated in high school all the way through college. So you can't tell me. And let me say this, when Jacob got that roughage going on and he had that little hair done, baby, Jacob looked good to me. I don't know what the problem is. I don't. I do not. What do you want? I think you just don't really want it. And people thought I was crazy in the group when I said that girl she got the dust knocked off her hoo-ha, and she don't want no more. Now he bad in bed. I don't think that man was bad in bed. No. I think that girl got what she needed because she ain't had it in a while. And there you go.
Yeah.
She's another one that's asexual, probably.
I think she is truly. I could truly see her being that.
This is a subject, but I want some tacos.
That sounds so good. And a margarita.
I needed to say it out loud because I was getting mad about Haley. Because you know what? The thing about it is, Haley learned her behavior from her mama.
Oh, yeah. I feel like her mama is the biggest Karen ever. Let us walk on her lawn. We getting the police called on us, baby.
She justified and validated everything that she said, and she spoke against Jacob without even knowing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. That's your kid. You want to have your kids back, but you want to be the type of parent where when your kids is full of shit, you need to say you full of shit.
Like her friends was like, are you really trying?
her friend, like, you know, this was the same friend I said I ain't care for, but when she started calling her out, like, okay, so he's dressed funny and blah blah blah. So what's really wrong? What's wrong?
Problem? Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
Trying. Girl, that girl said, are you really trying? Just like Vincent friend told him, bro. So you got
ruined it. That's what his friend said. Don't you ruin this? Because this probably
let me tell you something. I'm gonna need you not to vent this up. How about that?
I'm like, you know, when your name has become a verb, you know, it's a problem. Right.
It's a problem. And they knew all of them was like, he got a temper, man. I don't have no temper. Then you get mad because she laughing at you because you waste some champagne on you. Then you get mad at the dance class because your clothes too tight. Go walking. Walk her dog.
He couldn't breathe.
Go to Marshalls and get you some more clothes. But I think the other thing is Vinny don't think that being, he doesn't think that having a temper looks like him being quiet and not talking. He does not understand or equate. Since I'm not being outwardly volatile and I'm just keeping it to myself, that means I don't have a temper. And like lies.
That aggressiveness is dangerous.
Those are the worst kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
I don't see Haley and Jacob working out. They did show the preview for Decision Day, and I saw her over here and him over there, and she had them legs crossing this arms like this. So I really feel like they're gonna be a couple that say no. I feel that way.
They need to be.
I need him to say no. Like real talk, I need him to say no.
I think he's going to say no because I think he's tired of her shit.
I don't know. Just say no. I want him to be hell no. You funky. That's how I want it to go.
He's gonna do that. He doesn't strike me as the person that does that. But
I want to be like that woman that was on Survivor that said, "If you were thirsty, I would not offer you a drink." I want to be one of them people.
Uh,
Or,
better yet,
or
if you were on
who,
fire, I wouldn't even
right?
pick
Now who
you
I
up.
would
said
not
that?
put you out.
I can't remember what reality show I saw that on. That girl said if she was on fire, I wouldn't spit on her. I said, well, damn.
I would
Baby,
put on you.
that right there.
Need them to be that level. I need you to have composure about the fact that please get away from me, or be like old girl that was with the basketball player that said we got somebody backstage, so you gonna sign them divorce papers today.
Okay.
Right now.
Nah, quit dodging me, because that was the update, and she was like, "Can you stop dodging me and go and pay sign these papers?"
I
That's
don't
what
know that.
they need people like that though. Um, I don't know, y'all. These people that
What we got?
lost
Two
their
more episodes?
I think it's 3. Is it 2
Is
or
it
3?
3? Yeah.
The last time, what did I say? There were 16 or 17. So what was this one?
So we are 14. We're on episode 14. I'm looking at the season right now.
And I think the last time I looked it up, there were either 16 or 17.
So that means you have 16, and then you have reunion show and all that stuff. So let me make sure.
I think we tired of baby. We couldn't wait for Bell Collective to be over.
We really couldn't wait for it to be over.
We got past that one. Then Love and Marriage Huntsville they just was like, we done.
And I know that's because Mel was like, "No, I ain't in no good place, and what I'm not gonna do is be on this stage cussing this man out or jumping him, because that's what's gonna happen."
And now we with the Married at First Sight, and all of us just like, wait, we got how many?
Okay, so yeah, we got 2 more episodes. So next week is gonna be called Retreat Ready.
Oh yeah, they're going to the mountains or somewhere.
And then the
go
one
to the mountains, them crazy.
or Forever Hold Your Peace. So I guess that's Decision Day.
And then the reunion.
Then
So
we'll have the reunion show.
Hopefully they don't make this reunion 2 parts.
They could really just sum it up in the last 2 hours. In the 2 hours, they could do like Decision Day for the first hour.
Oh
and then
yeah, and then the reunion.
Check now and call it a day and quit using up my life like this. So they can do that. Anyway, y'all, this is it. I can't no more. I'm tired. We almost done.
Praise God.
Y'all look tired.
I mean,
in a mug.
Talk about tacos, and let me tell you what my crazy ass said earlier today. I was like, I want Chinese food, but I also want pizza. So
I wanted some tacos and some pizza, and I was like, ooh, a chicken pizza, a chicken taco pizza.
But how am I gonna get cheese pizza and Chinese food to work together? You can't. Okay, there we go. No, we're just gonna eat 2 different things. Anyway, y'all, all hearts clear, all minds clear.
Yeah, we are.
That's where we at right now.
That's where we at right now.
Everybody look tired. Y'all real tired. Y'all done had a good.
Not real tired, just tired.
Oh,
Just tired.
I'm tired of this. Yes, because I need a better season, Married at First Sight. I'm committed to watching your show, but I need a better season.
I want to build my own show. I'm tired of this.
Okay, when we doing this? When we doing this?
We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it. Do I really want to be married? That should be the name of my show. Do y'all really want to do this? That's what it should be called. What is we doing now? It should be the name of my show. What is we doing now? Anyway, because I be tired of folk. I'm like, I don't understand why this is so hard for y'all to just get an idea of, get people that want to be married, get people that actually understand that you ain't
My internet don't like me today. I'm sorry.
Hold on. So real talk. I'm listening to what you saying, but I'm seeing Mika over here going mama mode, right? Because her child will put the bag of chips in front of her face.
Look, let's get off this thing because y'all be acting up. Anyway, thank y'all all for watching us because these people that lost their mind. And we'll be back next
What
week.
I do? My internet don't like me. I'm being good today.
You are.
No.
You were good today. You were.
I
didn't say
was
that. I
I
wanted
showed my best behavior.
We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Okay, if I say bye, because this food done lost somebody, if I say bye.